At exactly 0710 local time, somewhere in open water, a destroyer silently launches a missile into the morning sky. Seconds later, another follows, then another. Within minutes, dozens of precision weapons are racing low over the ocean, invisible to radar, unstoppable once committed. What unfolds next isn't just a military strike. It's a demonstration of how modern warfare is fought in the 21st century, where information moves faster than bullets, and technology decides battles before soldiers ever see each other. The opening move. Cruise missiles don't rush, they glide. Flying barely above the waves, guided by terrain mapping systems and satellite navigation, they move quietly toward coastal targets hundreds of miles away. Their strength isn't speed, it's surprise. Each missile follows a different path, carefully planned to avoid radar coverage and exploit gaps in surveillance networks. For nearly 40 minutes, nothing appears wrong. Radar screens remain calm. Operators continue routine monitoring. But far beyond the horizon, a coordinated operation is already unfolding, and the missiles are only the first layer. The deception. Before the main strike arrives, unmanned aircraft enter contested airspace. Small, slow, cheap. Some carry explosives, others exist only to be detected. Air defense systems suddenly light up with multiple contacts. Operators must decide quickly, ignore them and risk impact, or fire expensive interceptors. They fire. Missiles worth millions chase drones costing a fraction of that price. Every launch reveals something critical, the exact location of defensive systems. Without realizing it, defenders are mapping themselves for the attackers. Modern warfare isn't only about destruction, it's about forcing your opponent to reveal their position. Stealth enters the battle. While defenses focus on drones, stealth aircraft approach quietly from multiple directions. These jets don't rely on speed alone, their advantage is awareness. Advanced sensors merge radar data, infrared tracking, satellite intelligence, and battlefield communications into one unified picture. Pilots no longer search multiple screens, they see the entire battlefield at once. Precision-guided weapons glide toward command centers, communication hubs, and coordination facilities, targets chosen not for symbolism, but for strategic impact. Instead of attacking everything, modern doctrine targets systems that hold everything together. Break communication, and coordination collapses. Speed versus reaction. Some weapons arrive slowly, others arrive almost instantly. High-speed strike systems launched from distant aircraft cross hundreds of miles in minutes, leaving defenders little time to react. Radar detection, authorization, launch. All must happen in seconds, not minutes. In modern conflict, reaction time determines survival. Facilities once considered secure suddenly face precision impacts with almost no warning. The battlefield timeline compresses dramatically. Decisions that once took hours now happen faster than human reflexes. Control of the sea. Along the coastline, naval infrastructure becomes the next focus. Ports, fuel depots, and military docking facilities are struck with guided bombs designed to penetrate hardened structures. The goal isn't destruction alone, it's denial. If ships cannot refuel, repair, or deploy, they effectively cease to exist as a threat. Carrier aircraft launch in rapid succession, striking key maritime assets and anti-ship missile positions overlooking strategic waterways. Within hours, control of the surrounding sea shifts dramatically. Electronic warfare. High in the sky, electronic warfare aircraft begin a quieter fight. Instead of bombs, they use signals. Jamming systems flood radar frequencies with interference, turning tracking screens into noise. The moment a radar transmits at full power, its position becomes visible to anti-radiation missiles already in flight. In modern combat, turning on your radar can be as dangerous as firing a weapon. Silence becomes survival, but silence also means blindness. The real target. The objective of modern air campaigns isn't simply military destruction, it's paralysis. Command networks disrupted, supply chains interrupted, communication severed. When coordination disappears, even large forces struggle to respond effectively. Aircraft gather intelligence continuously, feeding data across secure networks, so every strike improves the next one. The battlefield becomes a constantly updating system, faster than any single commander can fully control. Outro. Modern warfare is no longer defined by numbers alone. It's defined by information, precision, and timing. The side that sees first decides first. And in today's conflicts, victory often begins long before the first explosion is ever heard.